What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today we have a new short film to check out. This one is titled Bottom Feeder, and it is an award-winning thriller drama short by Brandon D. Hill. Now, originally on the request, I was told that it was by Amelito, but I was looking and looking, and I couldn't find any by that channel. So the one that I found closest to that request was by Brandon D. Hill. Maybe this is the new name for the channel. I've never been to this channel, so this is my first time on here. If I got the wrong one, let me know in the comment section. If I got the right one, also let me know. But yeah, I couldn't find one by Amelito. So let me go ahead and jump into this one here. But I would like to remind you all, if you have not hit that subscribe button down below, please make sure to do so and hit that bell notification so that you are notified every time I upload a video. Okay, so, oh, and of course, I will apply the link for the original video down below in the description area. And as always, I will give you my thoughts at the end of this reaction. So let's go ahead and jump in here and see what we think.
What are you in now? 9? 10?
10th. Thanks for pulling me out today.
And you know, if your mom found out, I'd be back in the hole. And we really could have spent time together.
Pulled her out of school?
She won't. I'll make something up.
You remember this?
Not really.
Come on.
Dad?
Give it some slack.
Shit.
What did you do?
I almost had it.
Probably gave it too much line. To start. Fine, Peter probably got it. Here.
Bottom feeder?
Yep. There you go. Listen, Abby, I've been meaning to tell you. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for not being in the picture till now. The stories you must have heard from your mother, or the news. I never meant to hurt you.
I mean, you didn't know, right?
What?
I read everything. I don't care what anyone says. You just drove. You didn't know what they were making you do.
No! I didn't. I didn't at first. That's why I'm trying to make it up to you. Is that your mom?
Yeah, I'm fine. I gotta take this.
Can you just call her back in a little bit, please?
No, she's gonna be on my ass later if I don't call her back.
Abby, if you just...
Dad, stop. I'll be right back.
Oh, snap.
Hello, Abby. Abby, are you okay?
What happened?
Kieran, of course you had something to do with this. Stay right where you are. I'm calling the police.
Huh. Well, that didn't last very long. Jeez.
Hey! Where is she? Where is she?
What the hell are you talking about? Get off of me.
Where is she?
What did I tell you?
I did my time for you people. I'm done.
Meet us in 1 hour. You remember the code.
If you touch her.
You get to decide what stage she's in. No cops.
Uh-oh.
Suspect in vehicle matched the caller description. Possible 207.
What?
Sir,
9 years?
I'm gonna need you to step out of the vehicle.
I just need to get through.
Step out and put your hands on the hood.
Wait.
I said hands on the hood. I'm not gonna ask again.
You don't understand.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, that.
Stop!
I didn't think that cop did his job right. That was really weird.
I said no cops.
It's just me.
Okay, at least picked up the hat.
Kieran. Where is she? Come on.
Man.
told you I was done. I'm not doing your job. The job doesn't matter anymore. What did I tell you? Once they get here, you'll be right back where you started. And who's gonna believe you, Kieran? Huh? Your only way out is with me. Good. Show me your hand! Please drop your weapon!
Oh, wait, please.
Drop it now!
It's my daughter.
Drop it now!
Okay, okay.
Kick it over!
Jeez.
What a mess you made, Kieran. She's no better. You're driving. Let's go. Come on.
Okay, okay. Abby, everything's gonna be okay.
Come on, let's go.
Dang, that was good.
Abby, it's okay. Let's get you out of here. Go, go. It's okay. Go.
Oh, what? Who is she? Oh my.
Suspect down. 1054 on me.
Wait, that was a cop?
You okay now?
You're okay now? She's just like, you're okay. She walks off. What? Why did she shoot him though? I don't. Well, why did the cop shoot him? He wasn't even pointing a gun at her or threatening her. He was clearly just walking behind her. Like, the cop could have given him a warning shot, or she could have told him something like, freeze, held him at gunpoint, right? Something like that. But she just straight up shot him in the head. Alright, you guys, there you have it. That was Bottom Feeder. I still have yet to understand what that title, how that title connects to the story. So, I mean, from what I understood of it, get my mic there. So, from what I understood of it, it was pretty much a criminal, or I don't know, an ex-convict or something that was running away from prison, that was involved in dirty jobs. I'm not sure. And it's pretty much this guy was like a father that was trying to reconnect with his daughter and escape this lifestyle from being involved in these terrible jobs. And we can see in the beginning, right, it just kind of starts off with him going fishing with his daughter, trying to reconnect with her. But the way it's set up, it's completely random, and there's not enough emotion between them both. There's an awkward there's an awkward dialogue between both the dad and the daughter that it's really difficult to have or sympathize with their relationship, or with the final result of the film. It's really, really hard and just makes things really cringy. So yeah, like a lot of the back and forth between them, there was way too many pauses, and I just felt really scripted. So it definitely felt like they were going off the script and just pausing whenever they needed to. that was really, it was really noticeable. So that was bothering me in the beginning, but I was still like, okay, maybe this might pick up. But even when all of it started picking up, it felt really rushed. It felt really random, and it was all subtle. Even in the action parts, when like the climax started, everything still felt really subtle, really neutral. The reactions to certain incidents were not very convincing. They I don't know, they just weren't expressive that much. Like there was no rage happening, there was no tears, there was nothing where, I mean, if you know, if you think about real life, if you had some like a loved one be kidnapped and they're pretty much that bargained, or what's it called, like they were holding your family member as a hostage and telling you, hey, you're gonna do this for us or else, right? This would drive you crazy. You would do whatever you can to fix the situation, and while you're doing that, you would show lots of frustration, lots of anger. But everything that this man was like, the way he was responding, it was very subtle, it was very soft, very rehearsed. I don't know, I just didn't believe any of it. And then it just kind of picks up like from there where, you know, now he's looking for her. He confuses this man that's, you know, closing his van, and it's like a flower company guy. He confuses him for the person that for the kidnapper, and then he just kind of confronts him and says, where's my daughter, right? But it's so awkward and weird. And then the guy just pushes him off and says, oh, get away from me. And so he just lets him go, drives off, and he says, oh, never mind, you know, it's a flower van, so it must be another van that took her, right? It was just so bad. He seemed very much unaware of his surroundings. And so all of this just keeps building up to where he goes now to the place, I guess, to, you know, he contacts the boss and he says, oh, what'd you do with my daughter? And he says, meet me over here and do the job and I'll let her go, that kind of thing. And he goes over there, but on his way, he gets stopped by a cop. And that was the most, I don't like being, you know, really mean or anything here, but that was a very bad performance from the sheriff. It was really bad. I mean, just the way that he gets off the car and then he escalates the situation more than it should. He just says, get off the car, I'm not going to repeat it, you know. And I mean, he obviously located the guy on the screen, but there's nothing happening. There's nothing that is motivating this sheriff to become hostile, or, you know, like he wasn't even holding the man at gunpoint. He was just screaming at him, like, get off the car, get off the car. And the man gets off the car. I mean, he could have easily pulled out a gun or something, and the cop he's not even like, you know, secure within himself. He's not holding his gun, like ready for anything. He's just like walking towards him. And instead of walking towards the guy, the actual criminal that he now found, right, according to the record, all the files in his car, he doesn't walk to him. He goes to the other side of his car and checks the back of it for some reason. And he's just like, while he's checking the back, the guy that's in the front, like, you know, by his hood, he makes a move and then runs to the police car and steals it and drives away. And then you just see the cop run. He like runs behind him like, oh, wait, you know. And like he didn't even fire gunshots or anything. Nothing. And this man clearly ran towards his car and stole it. And he just, I don't know. It was just all really bad, really badly performed there. And then so he finally gets to like the warehouse where they have his daughter there. And all of a sudden, it turns from just like a really random father and daughter dialogue, and then, you know, random calls just happening, to like a John Wick movie or like a Taken movie. So where now he's like an action hero, and all of a sudden he just out of nowhere, he knows how to fight, he knows combat, and, you know, these two guys, they take him into the warehouse for him to meet his boss, and while he's looking at some of the other victims that they have in there, they have them in like beds. I don't know what, they're performing some surgeries in them or they're implanting something in them. But as he's looking around, they stop. And then I don't know how the two guys that are, you know, walking him towards the boss, I don't know how they get distracted. That somehow this father, the dad, our main character, he just like takes the first one down and then the second one down. And I think there's like a total of 3 guys that he fights. And then I'm just kind of like, is that all that the boss had? Like, are those all the men that were guarding the warehouse? Because that's really terrible security. Well, so he just single-handedly beats all these guys up, and then obviously that last one, he kills him with like a gunshot, which I thought that was pretty cool. I like the way that you could hear the shot, and then you see like the blood splatter on them. That was actually a pretty cool effect. So it's not like it was all terribly bad, right? There was some really cool shots, even like during the fight, the way the camera is panning behind like the those thick plastic curtains or whatever, and it's just panning and it's going across back around to where they're actually located, where they're fighting. I like that. That was really good camera control there. But still, it was just so rushed and it felt so random, everything that was happening. And then he finally gets to the main room where the boss is, and then he's, of course, he's surrounded. He's the only one that's left in that warehouse. So he's holding the daughter, and then, has her like at gunpoint, all this. And he's saying like, hey, if you get any closer, that kind of thing, like she will get hurt or she will die. So the dad puts his gun down, and then they have this really awkward back and forth of like, I told you not to bring cops. Now look, there's cops outside. So you're gonna, nobody's gonna believe you. You're gonna go back to where you came from, I guess prison. And the dad just says, all right, I'll put my gun down and everything. You win. But then somehow he reaches down to pick up like a set of keys that are on the floor, and then he just kind of nods at his daughter, like if they immediately understand what the assignment is there, and his daughter just like ducks, and he goes for the shot, which that was pretty cool too. Like the shot looked very realistic. I really liked that, but the way it was all executed was really weird. It was not convincing. And so finally he wins, and he kind of takes his daughter back. See, right there in this scene, you should have like a sense of relief, or a sense of like, oh, he saved her. He's a hero. This is great. He went through all this stuff to get, but the story just starts at such a random point where you need more context to that. You need more like background, something that'll give the present moment, what we're actually watching, it'll make it make more sense. It'll give it more of, it'll make it matter more. So I really just didn't care about any of this. And unfortunately, as much as I tried, I wasn't really buying any of this. So the dad, he's, grabs his daughter awkwardly, like if he doesn't even, like if he's just scared to touch her, and he's just kind of like behind her, just pushing her, saying, it's okay, like, let's go now, which was so weird. I don't know. So he was just pushing behind, like walking behind her. And then all of a sudden you have like the father gets a gunshot to the head and drops. And then right there I was like, oh no, like another guy, he missed another guy in the warehouse and he got him. What's going to happen here? Well, it turns out it was a cop that, I don't know how she got there. She came out of nowhere. And by the way, I left out the other part where the cop actually walks in, during the confrontation. And then he just kind of like, he sees the dad, right? And he holds him, like, he says, freeze. And this is when he actually pulls his gun out. But then he just keeps walking in. And then he notices there's the other guy on the other side, which is like, dude, you didn't see the dad, like, looking at somebody else, confronting somebody else before you continue to walk into the room? He just walks in, and obviously he gets killed too. So he gets shot. So now at the end, when the dad's also down, we see who did it, which is another cop. And then she just awkwardly walks up to the daughter. The daughter's reaction is the worst. I'm like, she's just kind of there watching her dad, like, oh man, like there's no tears, there's no like, heartbreak reaction, like a really terrified, amount of disbelief in her where she breaks down, and nothing. She's just kind of there and just staring at him. And then she kneels down and she's like, oh, dad. And then you hear the cop, the female cop in the back go, you're okay now. And then she just walks away. And I'm like, did you even bother to see who this man was before you shot him? Like, it's not like, I don't know, it's not like he was displaying a sense of threat towards the girl. He was just walking behind her. It's not like he was, holding her at gunpoint. Even if that was happening, like, the cop should have, said, freeze, put your gun down, or try to find a way to de-escalate the situation. But instead, she just shoots him in the head right behind his back. And that's the end of it. So I don't even know, that make no sense to me. I don't even know why this cop made this decision. These are terribly trained officers. I know these are people that are acting, but I mean, come on. In the film, people that are playing these officers, the cops, any law enforcement should show a sense of like should show a convincing, you know, way of performing their tasks, like the way they handle these terrible situations. But both of these cops, they didn't do any of that. They were just completely oblivious. They just made like a sudden moves without any questions. Just went for the shot with nothing provoking it. It was just terrible. I'm sorry, guys. I would have to give this, yeah. I mean, I know if I were to give it a grade, I would give it I would give it an F. I'm sorry. I was not. Like, I'm sorry, guys. I was not feeling this movie at all. I think the acting was just not very great. The reactions from both actors were poorly performed or poorly delivered, and the cops did a terrible job at acting like cops. And then, yeah, all of the story in general, the whole plot, it was completely rushed and it was very random, where we didn't even get to meet very much of the characters to sympathize with them or understand them or even feel anything towards the end. Even if our main character was the one to become the ultimate victim, I didn't have any feeling about it. I just said, wow, that's terrible that happened. And, when we saw who it was, that made it even worse. It made it even worse. So what did you guys think about this one? If you completely disagree with me, I would like to know why. Let me know if I left something out. And if you agree with me, also let me know why you agree with me, what you thought about it in general. And I mean, I don't even know how this was award-winning, to be honest. I really don't understand. The plot is something we've seen a lot of times. It's not a fresh take on things. We've seen this. I mean, I've seen this in the movie Taken. I've seen this in the movie of Live Free and Die Hard, where a family member is kidnapped and they have to go save them. John Wick, of course, more with his dog right there in that film. But I mean, the same exact formula, but it's just started off super random and then everything was very much rushed. So what did you guys think about this? Let me know down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this with me, you guys. Take care of yourselves. Peace.